Guys, if you are interested in investing in Africa, then sit down for this one. This video is credited to Apam Inspire. So let's watch this short video. They'll be right back. It's not really short, it's long, it's about 4 minutes. But let's watch it, they'll be right back.
If you're an African staying abroad, thinking of coming home to build a business or to start a new life, don't just come home with lots of money and cars with the perception of raising a huge business. The result may discourage you forever. Usually, when people come home with lots of money, cars, and passion to start a business, they are always in a haste and can't wait to raise the latest business in town. So you pay extra for services to be done quicker for you, thinking that every delay is as a result of you not paying more. When hiring people to work for you, you don't even have time to scrutinize, and before you know it, people would have taken advantage of your vulnerability, and your business starts to fail, and life begins to go backward. Here's what to do. While you're preparing to relocate back home, research on the list of businesses you would love to venture in. And usually, it must be a business that solves a particular problem, and at the same time, it's filling a certain gap in the business area. Allocate some money only for experiment of your business ideas, and make up your mind that that money might never come back to you. It is only for experiment. You can now take some few months of vacation and come home to experiment your business ideas. While you are home, allocate some weeks for each business idea and begin to contact people who are into same or similar business in order to gather some data and information on each business idea you have. But never pose as a rich man from abroad, because once you do that, you become more vulnerable and people will no longer be willing to give you the right information for free. After some weeks of gathering raw data and information, commit to your business ideas one after the other by investing some small allocated funds into each business idea one by one, while you continue to gather data on the cost of business and production, which includes capital, assets, liabilities, risk factors, unfaithfulness of employees, profit margins, and many others. Spend some weeks to analyze the data for every business idea you explored, which gives you a clearer picture on how much effort you need to put into each business idea, the number of helping hands you might need, how to address risk factors of the business, how to work with unfaithful people, and the profit returns on each business idea. Don't hesitate to seek help in your analysis. And if you need to do so, we at the Apam Inspires are available to help. When you are done with all of these, go back abroad and stay for some time and return after 6 months or more to go through the same testing process again to figure out which business idea is still viable and profitable after the many months you left. This second experiment will show you how sustainable your business would be if started. Any business idea that cannot last up to 6 months or more is never a complete business idea and doesn't deserve any investment. You can now choose to start the business that survived your absence with a positive data indication. And when you decide to start the business, start very small, even though you might have the money. And don't just usher money to people for them to work for you while you sit back and watch. Human beings all over the world are always looking for the least opportunity to make unmerited gains. After some few months of positive returns on the business, it can now give you a clear signal as to whether or not you should prepare for a final relocation back home. Listen to me. You travel abroad to look for a better life. You can't work so hard in someone else's country for many years, only to make yourself vulnerable for some young individuals in your own country to make fortunes out of you. And that is why this method should be the best tip for your business decisions. If you need deeper information on this subject, my team and I are available for consultation, just a DM away from you.
Well, he just laid out the entire blueprints of investing in Africa for everyone. You know, me for one, over 2 years ago, I gathered a few investors and we went deep into Africa. We wasted so much money into Africa. So what you're seeing here today with the organization Africa is Home is basically me trying to rebuild back everything we lost brick by brick every day. And I wish I had this information that Mr. I don't know if his name is Apam Inspires or is the name of his company, is putting out here today. If I had this information firsthand, I wouldn't have made the mistakes. I would not be here. But it's all in the past. It's all part of the journey. We all learn, we develop, and we keep growing. But he has just laid down the blueprints of investing in Africa. Don't just throw your money down there. Go down there, do your surveys, get your analysis, try out things, see what works. And you might want to stick to just solving a problem. Don't bring. I know we in the West, we live in the West. There's just so much happening here, and the societies are so advanced that you might get tempted to carry a company here that might not work in a country in Africa. For example, we have insurance companies here all over the place. You might want to take one of those companies back in Africa, but the people in Africa will not probably warm up to it real quick because they are still worried about basic life necessities like clean water, like food, like medication. So nobody's worried about insurance yet. So yeah, you might want to solve a problem in the communities you want to invest in. So again, this video is credited to Apam Inspires. So thank you guys so much, and take this information, and I hope it helps you in your next business adventure in Africa.